you love to play. Oh, you love to play. Don't your comments won't relay. Sign this on my page for you. Oh my God, he changed. Young life, I can't see back karma. I just need some brains so I could keep myself in order.
He got problems, she got problems, only I got 411 problems. Hey, hi, what's up, y'all? It's time for another story time. Excuse me. So, if you scroll in my story time playlist, you will see there's a story time on how I tried to unalive my father. We don't get along. We don't get along. It's not funny. We don't get along. I don't really have much for him, but I mean, you know, it's whatever. Yeah. So, this particular story time, it takes place like I'm still living in my condo, but my granddaddy had been sick for a while, and he had dementia, but my granddaddy was also very old. I do have, I don't know, maybe that's my Instagram. Nope. That's also in the story time of You Stole My Daddy, where we're at my grandfather's 100-year birthday party. When my grandfather passed, he was 100. Yes, he was 100 when he passed away. So, my grandfather passed away, and those who know, like, my grandfather to me was like my father. That was my poppy. That was my everything. Like, I miss my poppy. I do. My poppy and my grandmother loved me for me. Like, there was no stipulations, no conditions, just genuine love. Just genuine love. Like, they just absolutely loved me for me. I was absolutely spoiled by my poppy. And some of his friends, if you paid attention to that story time. But anyway, so my poppy had passed away, and so at this point in time, I didn't have a car. My car had got repossessed. Yeah, my car had got repossessed, and I wasn't working. I don't think I was working. I think I was pulling unemployment. But I know my car had got repossessed. So when they had told me, like, my grandfather had passed away, like, I kind of said, okay, like, kind of, because Gamer was the one who called me to tell me that, he passed away, and I was kind of like, okay, and, like, hung up on him and was silent. Yeah, because I was processing. Even though, like, my grandfather was 100 years old, it was still, like, it was still hard. Because his mom, she passed away, I think she was, like, 101. I think she was either 101 or 102. And even when she passed away, still, it was hard for them. And even though people would be like, they were 100, like, they live a good life, still, that person, yeah. It's still a blow. So I'm processing, and my sister had called, and so she was like, I'm calling to check on you. She was like, I'm dealing. So she was like, are you coming to the funeral? And at first I was like, no, I wasn't coming. I didn't have a way to get there, and I didn't want to see him like that. And then at the very last minute, like, I changed my mind, but my cousins done made it happen. So they end up putting me on the megabus to ride to to ride to Florida, and they were gonna meet me in Florida and take me to Nia's house. And once I got to Nia's house, I was gonna spend the night in Nia's house, and Nia was gonna drive me to the service, which is really what happened. So we were on the megabus for a while. Yeah, we were on the megabus. Once we got on the megabus, me and Ty did not want to go for his own specific reasons, but once I told him why I was going, he wasn't a fan, but he understood. So again, we got on the megabus. We rode the megabus to Jacksonville. Gamer picked me up in Jacksonville, took me to Nia's house. I stayed with Nia. Nia took me to the service. So anyway, we're at my grandma's house. Dang, we seem to be meeting at my grandma's house a lot. No, not my grandma's house. We're at my aunt's house. We met up at my aunt's house. My aunt's house is where we lined up at a lot for funerals. That's crazy. Why? Oh. Because at this point in time, my mom's house is no longer, we no longer have possession of my mom's house, and my grandfather's house, I think, was sold. Or was my brother staying in it at the time? Unsure. But anyway, we met up at my aunt's house. So we're sitting, like, we're all sitting in the house, like, waiting for, like, prayer, and then where we can start the service, right? So lo and behold, like, my dad walks in. He walks in and he's, like, talking to everybody. And so he calls my aunt and all of them. Like, you don't call me, you call them. Like, because I truly believe, like, they don't know the extent of what happened between me and my dad. So it's like, and then maybe they do, because a lot of times, even with people knowing, like, the extent of certain things, they'll say the dumb cliche, the past is the past, or that's your dad, I'm his daughter. So that doesn't give him, a title doesn't give you a clearance to hurt people. That's weird. But yeah, so he walked in, he's speaking to people, and in my mind I'm going, why are you here? Why are you here? Like, this is no longer your family. Yes, and my mother is sick. She's already sick. This is no longer your family. Why are you here? Why are you here? So, for the life of me, I don't understand my aunt's position. I don't know. But you walk in and you speak to my aunt, and then she says, well, there she is right there. There she is, pointing at me. And so, I got up and walk out because I don't really have nothing for you, bro. Like, I don't have no words for you. Like, this is way after me trying to take you out. It's not funny. This is way after, me trying to take you out and everything. It's like, I don't got nothing. Like, I don't know how plain it is for you to grasp that it's nothing. It's a nothing. Nothing between us. Nothing. So, so you walk up, you walk up to me, like, to start to talk to me, and I jump up to walk out of the back. And as I'm walking out of the back, you're still walking behind me, and you're calling my name. I'm still walking out of the back door. And so as I'm walking out the back door, there's people in the backyard, but my grand aunt is back there. And remember, I told y'all, like, my grand aunt is like the matriarch of the family. Well, at the time, she was the matriarch of the family. So, like, when she commanded, things moved, right? And a lot of people, like, they had a lot of respect for her. And so if she could give you a look and they knew, mind your business, back away type situation, right? So I walk to the back, and, like, my grandaunt is in the back, like, she's standing at a car, but it's with a group of people, like, they're talking. So I walk up to my grandaunt, and so she was like, what's wrong? And so I point to her, I point to my dad, and I was like, he won't leave me alone. Like, I just want him to leave me alone. Like, I just want him to leave me alone. And at this point in time, like, I'm starting to cry, because it's like, why are you here? Why are you here? I don't even see you as like my father. My grandfather wasn't even messing with you when he was alive. Like, he wasn't even feeling you at all. After all of the BS that you did to his daughter, he wasn't even feeling you. So it's like, why are you here? And so I'm crying because it's like, I'm here to bury my mother and father. Why are you here, dude? Why are you here? Matter of fact, you are the same person. Was this before or after? If I'm not mistaken, his grandmother died before my grandfather died. And you did not go to her service because they wouldn't buy you a new pair of shoes. Anyway, she was like, don't worry about it, just stand by me. So I was standing, like kind of standing in front of her, and I was crying. And she took me, like she had grabbed my forearm and moved me like behind her, and she caught him a look. And he stopped dead in his tracks, turned around, and walked back in the house. And when I said my grand aunt was well respected and didn't play no games, she was well respected, and they didn't play no games with her. They didn't. He turned around and went back in the house. So I'm standing there, like basically with my grand aunt for a while. And so she turns around. She was like, you okay? And so I was like, yeah, I'm okay. So I'm wiping my eyes, basically like getting the tears out of my eyes or whatever. And lo and behold, like we lined up, we go to the service. And throughout the whole service, it's so crazy because Nia was there. Of course, Nia drove me to the service. So Nia was there. So I'm riding with Nia. I have pictures, actually. Oh, I do have pictures. Yep, I have pictures. Um, so Nia drove me to the service. So we're in the car. Me and Nia are in the car, like we're taking pictures, we're talking, we're getting ready to line up. Cause I didn't want to ride in a family car. I never want to ride in a family car. I don't. Cause when I'm ready to go, like I'm ready to go, and I don't want to be like stuck, and I'm in somebody's car. So it's like when I'm ready to go, I can just head on out. So I'm in Nia's car, and so Nia walked with me in the service. So when we got to the church, my cousin was like, "Oh, there go your auntie. Get in line with your auntie," which was my nieces and nephews, which was my brother's children. So they got in the line behind me or with me. Somewhere in there, they were with me. So basically, on the road that I was sitting on, it was like my two nephews, little Rodney, Vachi went first, then Nia, my niece Kristen, and then me. So we're sitting on the pew. That's how the lineup was. We're sitting on the pew. So while I'm sitting there and I have on shades and I'm trying to get stuff together. And every time, like, I'm starting to tear up, my niece, Kristen, at this time, I think Kristen might have been 6 or 7. She might have been 8 or 9. No more than that. She would, auntie. She would ask me questions. Auntie. Auntie, I gotta go to the bathroom. Auntie, XYZ. Auntie, ABC. Auntie, literally, every time I'm getting ready to tear up, Kristen was asking me a question. So I kind of really didn't get to grieve, so to speak, or like really be in tune to the service because Kristen was asking me questions. And even in the beginning of the service, I had asked Rodney, I was like, is she going to be okay? Like, as far as, because I don't think, did we view his body walking in? I think we did. And I was asking Lil Rodney, and I was like, how is she going to do as far as seeing like a dead body? And he was like, I don't know. She did good though. She did good. Kristen really didn't know my grandfather, but she did good. Anyway, so the service goes on when we're loading up to go to the cemetery. We get to the cemetery, and we do like the service or whatever. So the prayer, the committal, all of that stuff, and my sister breaks down. So I go behind me and I hug my sister. I'm hugging my sister for a while because, again, to us, our grandfather was our father, not like our biological fathers. Our grandfather was our father. So to us, we're burying our father. Sorry. So to us, we're burying our father. So it's a very emotional, strenuous type situation because that's all we know. So he's our father. We're burying our father, right? So service is over. After I console my sister or whatever, we're walking to cars. Like we're walking. Me and Nia walk to the cars. So here comes my dad, my biological dad. Here comes my dad. So you walk over and you're saying, I just want to talk to you. Just let me talk to you. So Nia was like, Angel, just listen to him. Just listen to him. Just listen to him and see like what he has to say. Just let him get it out. And I'm like, no, because I know you don't have nothing to say. You have nothing to say. I know you don't have nothing to say. I know what's going to come out of your mouth is bull. I know it's going to be bull, so there's no need for me to listen. But fine. Speak. Get it out. Say what you're going to say. Mind you, give you a little backstory. Give you a little backstory. Because I was thinking about another story that I'm going to tell, but give you a little backstory. When my mom left, when she left, she built, basically like she was building her house. When she built her house, her earnest money was $100. Those who have bought houses know what I'm talking about when it comes down to earnest money. Her earnest money was $100. She did not have it. This lady, her cousin Rosa, who my middle name is from, which is why I have my middle name, gave her the $100 and told her to get away from my dad because my dad was an abuser. My biological father was an abuser. He was extremely abusive. It was horrible for my mother. Horrible. You were extremely abusive. You was pulling out guns. You was doing crazy stuff. Sorry, you pulling out pow-pows. You was doing crazy stuff, right? So, you showing up, like, it's baffling because my grandfather, he didn't have nothing for you. I ain't got nothing for you. My sister ain't got nothing for you. I don't know if my brother still had nothing for you. I don't know. Y'all just alike. So I think y'all was kind of cool. Or maybe y'all went in the stage of beefing. I don't know. But it's just like, why are you here? Why are you here? So anyway, yeah. So it was like you once you got put out, you were so adamant that was your house and it wasn't. Like you had no claim, no nothing. You put absolutely nothing into the house. The house was not yours. It was not yours. Not yours at all. Right? So you said, I finally let you talk. So you said, your mom called me. Also, keep in mind, my dad is a schizophrenic. He's a schizophrenic, diagnosed in the military. In our actuality, we really believe like the military messed him up, because he fought in Korea. So, well, he was in Korea. I honestly think I got siblings over there, but we think the military messed him up anyway. But you don't do right as far as your schizophrenia, as far as taking your meds or anything. You won't do meds, you take drugs. So you're a drug addicted schizophrenic, not your prescribed medication, but street meds, if that makes sense. Coca and etc. Right? So you're saying your mom called me. My mom is sick. My mom is already sick. She's in another state. She doesn't know who I am. Your mom called me and she wants to come back home. She wants to come back home. And we need to get the house back. So I kind of caught Nia a look because I already knew, like, you had nothing to say. So I'm putting my father in the ground, but my bio dad is standing in front of me with BS, which I knew it was going to be BS. So I said, is there anything else? Yeah, like your mom keep calling me and she want to come home. Stop saying that. My mom's not calling you. She's not. She's not calling you. She's not calling you. She's not. It's not your house. It's not her house anymore. Stop saying that. Let it go. Is there anything else? No, that was all I wanted to say. Okay. So I walk away. You call my name again. What? No, it's just you don't understand that your mom called me and she want us to move back. She want me to come back home. She want us to move in together. Dude, why are you here? Why are you here? Why are you here? Cause I need to tell you that your mom called. She called me and sir, listen, my mom did not call you. Please stop. I was like, you're not helping me. This is not something that I want to hear. It's not true. Leave me alone. Why are you here? Why are you here? So you look at me for a minute and you walk away. So again, I caught Mia a look. And so she was like, I'm sorry. She was like, but I assumed that once he said it, that he was going to walk away. He was going to leave you alone. No, that's not how it works with him. Once he starts talking, he keeps going. He keeps going. He keeps building on it. He keeps building on it. So she apologized. It's whatever. We go to the church. And we're at the repast. And we're taking pictures. We're talking. And of course, I don't come around. But people are, oh, you should come around more. Of course, the things that people say when death is involved, right? So basically after that, we leave there, we go to my aunt's house. And then after that, I go home the same day. That Saturday? Or Sunday? I don't know. But anyway, I go home after that. I can't remember what day that I go home. But yeah, so literally, it's just most of my story times are instances and stuff that I went through. So it was basically why are you here? Nobody here likes you. Nobody here likes you. Who invited you? Who told you to come? Because I know my grandfather didn't. He stepped up where you fell off. So I don't understand. Why are you here? What are you here for, bro? How can I help you? Anyway, I love you the mostest because you're definitely the dopest in real life. And I'll see you in the next one.